for the first one. So the first one is that when the user have a volume here, the user can create a volume snapshot class, and indicating that the type is back image here. We have snapshot and backup already, so type here user before can provide like backup and snapshot. Now we have back image here, and user can also specify the export type because we support QCall2 and raw image here. So, for example, for QCall2 here, when user create a volume snapshot, it will trigger the function create snapshot in our CSI plugin, and then the CSI plugin will create a back image in the background, and this will be created by export from volume and with QCall2 format to export the volume to a back image. So this is our first scenario. I will do it now. So as you can see here, we have a volume already, and I have attached it to a workload. I've prepared some data inside, and there is no back image now. And I'm going to create a volume snapshot for this volume to let Longhorn create a back image for us. And the YAML will be this one. So first of all, user provide a volume snapshot class, as mentioned in the slides, and the export type is QCall2 and the type is back image. Now we will have a volume snapshot YAML file here that it will use the persistent volume can Nginx as our source to create this volume snapshot, which is this one. Okay, so let's create this volume snapshot YAML here, and this is the log from CSI plugin. So when I create everything that will trigger CSI function code, you will see the log here. So for example, when I create a volume snapshot, and it will here says it is going to create a snapshot, and this is the request, and this is the response. And then you will see that the Longhorn back image here is creating, and the source type export from volume. And you can also see it from our UI that a back image called snapshot with the UID here is created. And the parameters here, you can also see here, the export type is QCall2 and the volume name is from Nginx, and it's ready now. So the next scenario is that we can restore the volume snapshot to a PVC. So when you already have the volume snapshot and back image, you can then create a PVC and indicating that the source is from this volume snapshot. And this will trigger the function called create volume in our CSI. And that's the things happen. So when inside this create volume function, we will help users to create the second volume, and it will use this back image as back image. So this volume 2 will have this back image. So let's see the demo here. So the next YAML file is this one. The name is test result PVC, and the data source is volume snapshot. It's not volume, but volume snapshot. And it will use the name test snapshot backing here, which is created previously, this one. Volume snapshot, test snapshot backing. So when I create this persistent volume claim, Longhorn will create a volume with this back image. So you can see here that is creating the volume, and then what we can see from here, there is another volume created, and you can see from here the back image. Yes, it is indeed using the back image we created previously. The CSI created snapshot with UID, and this is how you restore the volume from volume snapshot with back image. This is the second scenario. Okay, let's delete these things before we go into the next demo. We delete the PVC first, and then we delete the volume snapshot first. Okay, so now this is also a demo. You can delete the volume snapshot, and this deletion will also delete the back image created by this CSI plugin. Yes, so when the volume snapshot is gone, then the back image is gone. This is the deletion. So the third demo is that pre-provision back image. So when user have a back image here, and user can then create a volume snapshot and volume snapshot content, which indicating the some parameters here. The first one you need to provide is the type of your back image, and this can be export from volume or download, and it is not supported. It doesn't support upload because upload needs to do it through the UI. So the type here is only upload and export from volume. And then you need to provide your back image. This is the back image name. And then if you are doing the download, so you have to provide URL and your checksum. And this is optional. You don't really need to provide this one. Okay. And then with this, when the user create a PVC from this volume snapshot, it will trigger this create volume function, and it will Longhorn will find this back image with this volume in background. So this is the third demo. So let's do it. First of all, we create a back image here. The provision. So our back image name is test back image, and the URL will be download from URL, and the URL will be our testing image, Longhorn back image with parrot qcall to here. And I don't provide the checksum here. Okay, so let's create it. And just prepare the back image first. Okay, it's downloaded and ready for transfer, and it's ready now. So we have a back image here, and it's ready, and it's download from URL, and the URL here. URL is here. So now we can create a volume snapshot and volume snapshot content to bind into this back image. And how do we do it? Is by creating a volume snapshot content with this snapshot handle, and you have to provide the exact same parameters as we create back image. So the name is test.bi, and then the URL is the image we are using. And you can provide the checksum here. It will use this checksum to verify if these two are the same image here. So you can create this volume snapshot content and volume snapshot to bind into the back image. Let's do it here. Pre-provision. And you can see that when we create the volume snapshot at this time, there's no log from here. There's no create volume snapshot because the volume snapshot is indicating that the source is from volume snapshot content. It's not from a volume. So it wouldn't trigger the volume snapshot create snapshot function here because the snapshot source is not from volume, but from a already existing snapshot content. So in this case, it wouldn't trigger that function. Okay, so next one, we can create a PVC that's using this volume snapshot, which is test snapshot existing packet. And then we can see that provision. And then it triggered the create volume function here. And then it should use this test back image as back image in the volume. So let's see it. This is the PVC I created. And you can see that the back image, yes, it is using the test BI here. So that's it. That's for the third demo. You have a back image and you binding it to a volume snapshot. Then you create a PVC. And then let's go to the last demo. The last demo is on-demand back image. So unlike snapshot and backup, we don't really need to have a volume or a back image. we can directly create a volume snapshot and volume snapshot content, and providing the back image parameters here, as mentioned before. And then when user create a PVC, it will trigger this create volume function. And then in this function, we then create the back image on demand. So it's not like the scenario 3, it's creating back image on demand, not on pre-provision. And then it will then binding this back image to the volume. Kind of like a storage class we have before, but this time we use VolumeSnapshot to achieve the same behavior. So let's do the demo. Let's clean up the previous one. Oh wait, I need to delete the PVC first. I delete the PVC first, and then I can delete the snapshot. Okay, stop. So you can see that there is no back image now. It's empty. And then I can create the volume snapshot content first. So let's do it. On demand provision, on demand, this one. So this one, I'm going to do some change. So the snapshot handle now here is using the export from volume type, which will use the volume name NGX I prepared before and exported it to another back image. So yeah. So let's create this first. Create a on-demand provision VSVSC. And you can see when I create this one, it won't create back image at the time because it wouldn't trigger any function inside the CSI plugin. It is when we create the PVC, it will then trigger the create volume, and then we will create back image there. So when I create this volume snapshot, you can see there is no any back image now. Yes. And then when I create on demand PVC, then you will see here it will trigger create volume, and then it will create a back image first. Yes, here it will create a back image, and then it create the volume, and then binding the volume with this back image. So you can see that the back image is now export from NGX with Q-How2 format and it's ready. And then our volume is also created, and it is with this back image. And that's it. That's for my demo today.